Welcome to the latest VanillaPlus video, and it's on trusted communication and how to put trust back into phone calls and texts. And to tackle the tricky subject of trust, I am delighted to have with us Chris Drake, the Chief Technology Officer at iconectiv. Chris, welcome.
Thank you so much, Jeremy. iconectiv is deeply interested in the trust issue and especially restoring trust to voice and text messages. So we're very happy to be part of this conversation today.
Well, indeed, thank you. And as we know, consumers used to answer the phone and spam was just reserved for email. So help us, why is it that consumer confidence is declining in communications?
Yeah, well, fundamentally, it's because the spam has moved from email. It's still there, but it's also permeated into voice and text messaging. And frankly, people have fatigue from the massive volume of this, tens of billions of these every year in the United States, for example, of spam and harmful scams coming to people's phones on a continuous basis using trickery around the phone number that they see. And it's just created a huge reaction where people won't answer the phone if it's not in their contacts, which actually would be advice I would give them given the size of the problem.
So what does this lack of trust in communication mean for companies worldwide?
Well, companies that are trying to legitimately reach their customers, they are frankly suffering as collateral damage as the fraudsters and the volume they operate at has created the fatigue. The degree of manipulated caller ID that people have just basically a total mistrust for now is affecting the business and their ability to do business, to get the call answered, to have that conversation, to take the action desired and affect the outcome. They have to keep calling. If they're lucky enough not to be blocked outright, they might not be as lucky not to be labeled spam, or they might not be as lucky to see that get into a voicemail box that's not already full. There's so many pitfalls and steps along the way they could stumble and not transact business that it's having a deep effect on them.
Can you tell us then about the new Shaken initiative and a bit about iconectiv's background in this? How is this going to help put trust back into caller ID?
Yeah, great question, and we're really pleased with the progress on the Shaken initiative. Shaken and Stir are both industry standards that iconectiv was working on for several years with the rest of the industry. It's really a team sport to try to beat the fraudster teams, and that now was launched at the end of 2019, and it's now starting to see adoption in the U.S. The essence of it is to allow an operator to sign the calling party information in a call so that it cannot be tampered with. When it arrives at the call-led party's phone, it is known to be intact the way it started, and it would be known whether it's legitimate or whether its origins are unknown. And that will allow a trust mark to be displayed on capable phones like smartphones, and people could decide that they're willing to answer that because it's not a spoofed number. And with augmentations to Shaken, they'll soon be able to understand the intent of that call and the brand behind the call, and then they could decide if they have actually a want to answer that call as opposed to just taking the risk because it's not illegitimate. So that's what Shaken is bringing to the table. It's going to have a fundamental impact on restoring trust to phone calls.
And iconectiv?
iconectiv was actually, as I said, the author of a number of the specifications, but more importantly, in 2019, we were appointed the nationwide policy administrator to ensure that that Shaken approach has trust. In other words, we make sure that bad actors cannot be part of the signing of calls, and that the receivers of these calls know who the good actors are, so that no one can penetrate the system and infiltrate and compromise it. So we are the policy administrator, the first of its kind in a country, and that is here in the US.
Well, finally, Chris, considering all of this, what can companies do for themselves to help restore trust in communication?
Yeah, so given the sophistication of the attackers and the size of the problem, everybody in the ecosystem has to take some kind of action to get trust restored. On the business front, they have to be known to the operator they're making the call through. in the sense of KYC, know your customer. The operator must know who the business is. They must know they have a right to that phone number, or they won't get the trust mark when it arrives at the call-it party. And so brands have to be attentive to how they get traffic into the networks, and whether they're coming in through an obscure path or a better known transparent path. And of course, the latter one is where they'll get trust marks and be able to transact business. And if they stick to their former cost efficient but obscure ways of reaching customers, they may not be able to enjoy Shaken and the benefits it will bring.
Trust is such a crucial subject. So thanks, Chris, for explaining what can be done by telcos to regain it.
Thanks for bringing us into the conversation. Appreciate that.
And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us today. Till the next VanillaPlus video, bye for now.
Cheers.